What's going on, guys? It's your boy, Tonka the Trucker, and we outside, man. We on the grind. We out here again. Currently, I am in Wyoming, and I'm on my way to Minnesota. I'm not sure if you guys watched my last video, but I basically gave you the breakdown of what it was like driving over the road. Make sure y'all go check that video out. It's my first time as a trucker, so coming from somebody that used to say I would never, ever go over the road, it's just not me. Coming from somebody that had that mindset to now driving over the road, pardon me guys, this sunlight is kind of crazy, but yeah, coming from somebody that had that mindset to now somebody that's actually driving over the road, go check that video out, guys. Definitely a good video, and I explained in depth what it was like, and I encourage a lot of you drivers to go watch that video thinking about getting into OTR. But today's video, we're going to be talking about truck stops. Pros and cons of truck stops. Some tips about truck stops. I'm still debating what I want to make this video about truck stops. But here's the video. Stay tuned. So, my experience at truck stops. For those of you that don't know, a truck stop is a place where all the trucks go to fuel up, get their gas. You know, while you're getting fuel, you could, get your windows clean. You could get some food, and you can just, chill out. Most truck stops got a area where you can just like relax. Oh man, this video is kind of distracting. My arms looking super bright. They aki though, they aki. All right, let me get back to this. So truck stops is basically, where you go to reset. You get to kick in. If you're on your break, you get to chill, eat, whatever. You can network with other drivers, things like that. It's a truck stop. So my experience with those have been really fun because, like I said, when I go stop at a truck stop, I'm either networking with other truckers, asking questions. I just love the way, certain trucks, I just like looking at certain trucks, taking notes, see what they hauling, what type of loads they hauling. I be doing my research as I'm going along. Google's your best friend. I see a truck, I type the model in, read the specs, stuff like that, stuff like that, plus, I'm always hungry. So when I go to these truck stops, I have a ball. I be eating real good, especially at this truck stop called Little America. For you truckers that been trucking for a while, y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. But, for the people that's not really too familiar, there's this truck stop called Little America. And man, I have a ball every time I go there. Them 75-cent ice cream cones, oh man. Sometimes I go and I get like 2 or 3 of them. Vanilla though, I like the vanilla one. They got all different kinds of cones, but yeah, the vanilla ones. But anyway, so here's the thing, right? Truck stops are fun, but I'm gonna tell you guys what makes truck stops a disaster, right? You definitely want to plan a truck stop accordingly. According to the DOT rules, you have 8 hours to drive, and then you gotta take a 30-minute break. And in total, you have 11 hours to drive total, right? I recommend if you're running low on fuel, or you have to call it in. No, not even if you're running low on fuel, right? If you have to call it in for your break, meaning that your day is over, you're trying to find a place to get some sleep, or whatever the case may be, do not go to these truck stops at night. Do not go to these truck stops at night. Now, sometimes you might find a truck stop that isn't too busy at night, but that's really rare because these truck stops, especially Pilot, Flying Jay, and Loves, those three, forget about it. You're not gonna find no parking. And if you do find parking, you gotta really look for that parking. And it might be in a tight ass spot, right? And you know trucks, when you go to these truck stops, there's trucks everywhere. When you're trying to park, it's gonna be a truck behind you. It's gonna be a truck coming from the front of you. Everybody is like savages looking for a parking spot. So if you find a spot and you're trying to back into it, now you got people behind you, in front of you, that's looking to get into that spot, or that's looking for a spot, and they might be running out of time, because the reason why most people go to these truck stops is because they're running low on time. So they need to park that truck. So now, I'm gonna tell you guys about my experience, but basically, when you're trying to get into that spot, you're gonna have all these trucks that's trying to hurry up and get a spot before their time is up, right? So that's gonna put more pressure on you, even though you know, which the best thing for you to do is to remain calm, you know what I'm saying? But it just sucks that we have to be in these type of situations. Like, there's no truck stop, even the biggest truck stops, like Little America, right? I think. Well, one of these truck stops I've been to was a huge truck stop. And when I tell you it was packed, people started creating their own lanes in the truck stop. Like, we started creating our own lanes. Like, every truck stop got lines for the truck to park in. People started creating their own lanes to park. That's how crazy it was. Right? Now, my experience when I went to a truck stop one time was just like how I was telling you guys. So I was running out of time. I probably had about 12 minutes on my clock. And you're gonna live and learn. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna learn a lot dealing with these trucks and over the road, right? You're gonna learn a lot. So I learned from this. Nobody told me this. I learned this, right? So it was nighttime, probably like around 7 o'clock. Yeah, like 6:30, 7 o'clock, right? So the sun was like setting. It was definitely going down, right? So I had like 12 minutes on my clock, and I'm looking for a spot. I don't see a spot. So instantly, I start thinking, damn, if I don't find a spot here, I'm gonna have to drive around outside of the truck area, through the town, and see if I can find a spot to like pull over. You know what I'm saying? But I'm already here, so I'm like, okay, let me see if I can find a spot. So I'm driving around. What do I see? I see a spot. Now, when I tell you, I was there around 6:30, 7 o'clock, there's already a bunch of trucks there. So it's gonna make it real tight. There's trucks all around me. So, mind you, I'm good now. I'm even better than I was during this time at backing up now. So the problem I had then, I probably wouldn't have had now, because like I said, you're gonna keep learning. But parking into that spot, I feel like I didn't position myself right? So that kind of messed me up, but I still had it. But here's my story. So I tried to back into the parking spot, but I swung it and I positioned my tail good, but my tractor wasn't good because I was too close to the other trucks that was in front of me. So now, time is ticking down on my DOT clock. Then it gets worse as I pull out to, you know what I'm saying, to position myself right. There's trucks coming from behind me and in front of me now, which is increasing the pressure. But shout out to everybody at this truck stop that was pulling up that day to help a brother out. There was truckers coming out of big trucks, you know what I'm saying? And it was a little kind of embarrassing, but not really embarrassing, because I looked at it as everybody had to start from somewhere. Do not let nobody ever make you feel like you a newbie and they was never in that position before. Like, yes, you probably are a newbie, but you wasn't the only one in that position before. Every trucker had to start off from somewhere. They wasn't all good. So when you think like that, understand this is your time to go through that. And you're going to become better and better and better. So deal with that little embarrassing or them butterflies you got now, but make sure you take that challenge on. Don't run from the challenge, right? So anyway, all these truckers started coming out like, yo, we got you, bro, we got you. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody there that was showing me love, that they helping me out. So I tried to get in the spot. I personally felt like I was too badly positioned. They was telling me, yeah, you got it. So I just said, you know what? I'm going to just go around. I went around, the spot was still there. Right? So this time, one of the guys said, yo, bro, I'm going to help you out. I'm going to detach my tractor from my trailer, which he did. And it allowed me to have enough space to pull in without too many issues, right? So at this point, I'm already down to like 2 minutes on my clock. And moral of the story, you know, I ended up getting into the spot. They helped me back in there. You know, I didn't really need too much more help because he removed his tractor, so it gave me more space. And I ended up getting in there on time. Thank God, just by the grace of a few seconds, right? And that right there just showed me like, yo, that could have messed me up on my DOT clock, you know. And when DOT pull you over and they see that you got a violation, that's a ticket on you. And you know, sometimes, you know, your company gonna discipline you too. So, you know, I would recommend, if you gotta go to a truck stop, do not go at nighttime. Definitely go during the day. Like, set yourself up so that you can get there either early morning or at least midday. You know, I've been to truck stops sometimes even like around 2 o'clock where it was like a lot of trucks there, but there was a lot of parking spots available, you know. So position yourself for that and you'll be fine. I would recommend, if you want to park somewhere at nighttime, try to search for truck parking, not truck stop, truck parking. Truck parking is normally just a big open space where trucks park. You know, it's like kind of like a rest area. There's not really any vending machines there or any bathrooms. It's just a big open lot. You know, I was trying searching for that. Most of the times you will find a parking spot there because most truckers like to wake up in the morning and they like to fuel up as soon as they wake up and hit the road, or they like to fuel up before bed, or they like the convenience of, you know, being able to take a shower or get something to eat. So that's why the truck stops be full a lot. But truck parking and rest areas are good places to find parking at nighttime. My fault, guys. I didn't space out or anything like that. Siri was in my ear just now telling me something about Google Maps. But yeah, guys, don't want to make this video too long. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to you guys for rocking with me. It's your boy, Tonka the Trucker. If you guys have any questions or any suggestions about parking for truckers, please leave that in the comments below. It's all welcome, and I can also use that information going along my journey. Salute. Stay up, guys. Be safe out there.